Sorry.
Selling cocaine in this world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all that trapping sure would help a lot. But wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody sells cocaine. Boom, 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 and you're always glad you came. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow, I feel so seen. Welcome to our weekly entertainment podcast. We call it Spitball Media. My name is John Draper. That's JONDRAPER. And I'm happy to be here with YOU. Bisho, how are you? I'm in a good mood. I don't even know why. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm the same way, dude. It's nice to be the end of the week. Did that play for you guys? Because it didn't play on my end.
Oh, yeah, they said that was an intro. Yeah, I love the song. I didn't feel like the voice, the curtains matched the drapes. You know what I mean? No pun intended.
I was on TikTok last night and I found this video. It was just some dude in like Baltimore or something and in some sketchy part of town singing the song. I thought it was funny. So
Yeah. No, it's just he had such a nice singing voice, but he was singing about the cocaine. You would expect a more frantic, more, but I mean, cocaine
paranoid.
Cocaine's hilarious. There's just no getting around it. And it'll always be that way. But we're happy to, you're joining us. Shah is going to be running late. He has a personal issue he's attending to. But me and B are here to hold it down like Doo-Doo Brown. Bisho Brian, how are you in the old Midwest? I'm freezing my ass off in this last day of winter.
It was like 60 something degrees today, so I wore shorts, man.
What?
I know. Yeah.
It's 30 here. 30.
It's coming, dude. My head has felt like a Macy's float the last week. It's like cold and hot and cold and hot, and like every day I wake up, it's like in a vice. I'm so glad to finally be over this shit.
It's like a vagina. It's like a vagina.
Oh no, it's nice.
It is nice. It's but we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and of course, thank you for hanging out with us. We're live. If you join us for the first time, we do have a Patreon. You want to go to patreon.com/spitballmedia. That's where all the fun stuff is happening. We have solo shows, thousands of hours of exclusive content, and B-Show, all for the low, low price of 5 smackaroos.
$5 a month. You can't get a whole lot for $5 anymore. Put 5 on it, get the hours of content, the bonus Q&As. John skeeting all over the fucking monitor over there. Squeegee it off.
It's my dance move. That's what I do on the floor. I'm like,
Lord. But you slide on your knees and then you just give him the Spider-Man.
I'm tall, so I'll get this. Yeah, I'll get this on everybody because I'm a tall guy. But I'm almost as tall as you, but not quite. I'm slightly shorter than you. I'm close. What are you, 6'2"?
Yeah, 6'4".
6'4". I'm like 6.5-ish, but I'm a broad. I'm like a broad 6.5.
I was gonna say I didn't know that. Is that a life change for you or something?
No, I'm like no.
You said I'm a broad.
No, I'm a broad 6.5. Like I have broad shoulders.
Oh.
Look at the size of these shoulders. I'm like I look
you got wide
bigger
shoulders, dude.
Yeah, they're pretty, and I got those long arms. It's just look at this, dude. This is ridiculous. I could literally just close doors in another room. Not even like
you're like
Mr.
the Fantastic Four, dude. What's his name? Yeah,
Mr. Fantastic. Yeah. What an egomaniac. Did you ever hear that Norm Macdonald sketch where he does the meeting of the Fantastic Four?
Oh,
man. It's on a comedy album where he gives everybody the names that he goes, I'll be called Mr. Fantastic. They're like, Reed, Mr. Fantastic? I mean, you're Stretch. Why not like Stretch Guy or something? Mr. Fantastic. That's what I'll be called.
Yeah. What an egomaniac, that guy.
Yeah, I miss Norm. But you won't miss the Patreon if you subscribe today for just $5 a month. It is an affordable premium program package. One tier, you get it all. I just dropped a nice little solo show last week, my St. Patrick's Day special. I made a very special announcement there, which I'll hold off for the rest of the month there. But please consider going to patreon.com/spitballmedia. $5 a month. It's affordable. It's fun. And, of course, we're going to have that Q&A at the end of the month, which is the signature of the Patreon.
Absolutely. Get your questions in. There is a link up. Quite a few have already dropped some questions in there.
Oh, wow.
You have until, 2 solid weeks, I guess, to get your questions in.
Yeah. Yeah, you got about a couple of weeks there. And of course, hopefully Shah will be joining us a little bit later on in the program. We have a very special post show. We're going to be covering the Afro Man trial in our post show exclusively for the Patreon. Very fun news story to be checking out. Who
Yeah.
I don't know that Afro Man is worthy of mainstream content, but he's getting a lot of attention today. We'll discuss it. So please consider going to patreon.com/spitballmedia. $5. 5 smackaroos. And of course, thank you to the many people who have helped keep the lights on in this place. B, who's in the old chat room tonight?
We got Donald Q. Stoney Esquire.
There's a lawyer in the building if you need one.
Yeah, we've got John JLD 999 talking
Young
about the
John.
lemon pound cake. That's an Afro Man reference.
Oh, that's that's about
Yeah.
that cop's wife. And young John JLD, he said he saw Barbarian, Jenny Penn, and a Violet Nature, Begonia, and Blue Ruin while he was
Damn.
away. Damn, you were busy. Who else is
Shit.
there?
Kyle Kosmarski just jumped in.
Oh, good friend of the show, Kyle.
We have the Metatron Rams fan.
Rams fan. Rams fan should just narrate every intro for everything all the time.
We got Coke Hogan, brother.
Oh,
Speaking of
that's
Coke.
gonna work. It's gonna work for us. It's gonna work for us, brother.
Let's see, who else? Christopher Matthews.
Oh, what's up to the Christopher Matthews?
Yes. Hey now, Rich Dow.
Rich Dow. Love the Rich Dow. He just did a whole pug show at Shah.
And Shah admitted to doing something very disgusting, which you have to check out only on the X's and O's.
Yes, we won't
podcast.
review. Yes, because we won't need people going over to the X's and O's podcast to hear it.
Yes, Emmanuel Rojas. What's up, man?
Now, Manuel, thank you for checking out my album, man. The physical copy in the stateside's coming, buddy. Just got some distribution we're working out. Appreciate it, man.
And we got Chris from the Bayou Geeks. What's up, Chris?
The Chris Caster from the Bayou Geeks. And Marquise Johns just joined.
Also,
So,
thanks to, I know he's at Jiu-Jitsu right now, but Mr. Isaacs for sending me the clips for the Afro Man trial to turn
Oh,
on that.
Mr. Yeah, he's never around on Thursdays, except when the weather prevents him from jiu-jitsu class. That's right. He let us know. He's an old friend too, right there. Thank you guys for chilling. Emmanuel already bought it. Yo, wait do you see that layout, dude? I'm telling you, wait do you see that insert? You're gonna blow. It's gonna blow you away. But of course, you want to check out my album, Lament Drowning Room. Available now on all streaming platforms. Physical copies available from Light the Fuse Records. Soon, I can't say it now because I kind of have the deal, but we just worked out a deal with a very, very significant store in New York City where they are going to have the exclusive copies in the States, not only in the store, but for shipping on the sites. They'll be mailing them
Damn.
out. Yeah, it's a great, well, I could just say it now. Fuck it. It's a Generation Records. Generation Records located in the West Village. It is the premier independent record store in all of Lower Manhattan. They've been around for decades. It's one of the coolest records. They have in stores of very cool bands, famous people, like just absolutely cool store. They're going to have our copies shortly. They're going to have physical copies, and they're going to be having them on the website to ship all across the states until we get picked up by Rev HQ, which is a major distributor. But if you're in the European area, Cortex out of Germany, the biggest distributor of heavy music, has it. So hopefully we'll crack their top 10. That'd be a good look for me. But yeah, pick up Lament's Drowning Room. Thank you to everybody who's been
Draper
downloading
World
it.
Tour.
We'll see. I want to go to Europe, dude. I want to play in Europe. I do. I feel like a Make-A-Wish senior citizen that just wants to make a wish before he dies. Like, and I have 2 interviews I'm working this week. I haven't gotten the questions yet. I'm doing 2 interviews from some very notable news sources about the album. So
Nice.
things are heating up. Look at it, heating up. So who knows? Maybe we'll make it to a stage. Maybe we won't. I don't know. It's not up to me. But try and check it out if you can. Just download it. Lament, the album's called Drowning Room. You want to put that all together. And it's an 8-song album. I promise you, if I do tour, I will still keep up with my podcast duties. I promise I will not leave my podcast duties. But speaking of duty, B-Show, interesting shit going on in entertainment. We're going to get to it in a minute, but I wanted to drop a quick review. I got to the theater, and I went and saw I don't want to say it's controversial, but a very interesting horror film that's making a lot of waves due to its budget and box office. I'm talking about the brand new A24 Undertone. This was a very small film that made a big splash box office-wise, B-Show. Maybe, as of right now, it's probably one of the biggest splashes in the industry.
It says it opened at 9,300,000 domestically.
Oof.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's a $500,000 budget.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What's the profitability there looking like? My God.
Shit. And that's only
Jesus.
opening weekend, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's opening weekend. Yeah, yeah.
And that doesn't count international. That was domestic.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know if it even made it internationally. This was a movie made by a dude who shot it in his former childhood home, the whole movie. It's rooted in a podcast. We did cover the trailer. We were very intrigued by the trailer, if you remember. It's about a podcast that does true crime, and someone sends them an audio file in 7 parts, and it is a progressive of a, you don't know, but it's something terrible happening to a woman at night, and her husband is audio recording it. You don't know if it's a demon, or are they crazy, or is it a ghost, and it is a very, very small market movie. But Bisho, we cannot ignore a $500,000 budget making $9 million at the box office at the opening
And
weekend.
see, this is the thing you mentioned before we went on the air, like the connection to Terrifier, that it did something very similar. Terrifier 2 was made for like 100 grand. It made like 10 million, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And
Over time, like it wasn't
it
like
did,
right
but
away.
like, and to me, that's what kind of bothers me sometimes about the Terrifier gimmick is, yeah, it's gimmicky, it's got art, it's over the top, it's a meme. This movie did financially in the same ballpark,
Yeah.
and I don't hear anybody talking about it.
Oh,
Like,
it
that's the
did
thing.
well. Entertainment sites were all over this on over the weekends. I had no idea it did this well. Bisho, could you pull up the Rotten Tomatoes review, because I think it got very solid reviews across the board. But I will. I don't want to talk too much about the plot. I would like, people to give people a chance to understand it, because it is sort of a tricky plot as far
Uh,
as that goes.
I mean, not terrible. There's some classic horror films that have worse ratings, but 74% critic, 52% audience.
So I figured that. So this is more of a critic's movie. I will say this: it is, if you are not into slow burn, not worth checking out. However, I feel that if this is something that there are these movies that you experience in a theater, and the experience is quite different than when you experience it at home. This, I think, will not resonate the same at home. I just don't. Because of the audio component. And if you're somebody, clearly, if you're listening to this, you're somebody who listens to podcasts. It's a very specific film, because the co-star of the movie you do not see. um, you
Wow.
don't. You only hear it in the podcast. It's a very
See,
interesting choice.
interesting thing here is I watched, it's not the greatest horror movie, but it was called Unfriended. It all took place like on a
Yeah,
multi-chat, what was it when people used
popular.
to use
That's a
Skype?
popular. That's a popular movie, though. People talk about
Yeah.
that movie.
But when it came out, I didn't see it in the theater. Thought it looked kind of cornball, and my friend talked me into watching it. So I watched it on an iPad with headphones in. And because I watched it with the headphones in the dark, it was more immersive than if I was at the movie theater. So I wonder if that's the one exception to this movie because of the audio component to it. If you watch it at home with earbuds or with headphones in, if it would be better than just watching it on the TV. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah, interesting. The ending is the whole movie. The last 15 minutes is the whole film. I will say that. Now, Drew Yari saw it, and he made a comment that I usually make. He said that the pacing for the ending is a fucking mess. It is. And I think the inexperience of the filmmaker is a first-time director, I believe, who also wrote the movie. That's his house. The whole movie takes place in a home with a girl doing a podcast. Like, that's the whole fucking movie, man. Like, the whole movie. I love the way it was shot. I love the way it was lit. I think the girl was very good. One of the things I liked about this girl was again, I don't want to talk too much about the plot. She looks like a regular person. She doesn't look like, the girl in Scream, who's clearly a really attractive girl, just trying to pass herself off as like, hey, I'm just a regular person who's, I'm kind of attractive. No,
Like that dude from the new Running Man movie you're always talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. Well, I just brought up
Yeah.
to Edie, I said, as an industry plant,
Yeah.
Glenn Powell. Can we bring up the name of this girl? Because she carries this movie. I mean, she's 80% of the dialogue on camera, almost 100%. 100% on camera. It's a very tricky thing for her to do. No, Don Stoney, it's not terrible. It's just it's not for everybody. Like it's got a very look at there's only 5 speaking parts in this whole fucking movie. Who is this girl?
Nina
Nina,
Curie,
has she been in anything?
Serbian Canadian actress. That's a good combination.
Nothing really,
Uh,
right?
Let Her Out, The Heretics, Zoe's Having a Baby.
Never heard of any
Mm-mm.
of these movies. Never heard of any of these movies. She carries this movie, dude. She literally carries this movie. Um, but she's like a regular girl. She's got a family crisis that she's dealing with, and she's also in a relationship crisis. All of these things are relative to the plot and what's happening to this Audible podcast that they're listening to. I do think a lot of people will absolutely hate this movie to death, but and I could tell from the audience reaction. I think a lot of people went and saw it because it's A24 and it's a horror movie. You know what I mean? But I could see why critics would be all over this above a viewing audience because of the style and because of the fact that it is very limited. I will say the scares are pretty good. The audible component comes across very strong. I'm curious about this director and see what they. Oh, this director already got the Paranormal Activity franchise from this.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's how well this was received. But B, this was another one of those movies, like that other movie about the that we covered last week about the guy who makes the wish, whatever, where it was on the festival circuit, and people just couldn't stop talking about it. Like people just were like I heard so much about Undertone that it drove me to a theater to go see it.
It's funny. That has always been, to me anyway. And you know me, I like a lot of, I guess I want to say studio horror movies or
Yeah.
ones that would be more mainstream too. But to me, the formula has always been with horror movies: lower budgets, unknown-ish actors, maybe get a veteran actor like Donald Pleasance or shit, what's his name?
Malcolm
John
McDowell.
Saxon, Malcolm McDowell. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you get
No, it's true. Yeah.
you get one person to
An
seriously
anchor.
carry everything.
You need an anchor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you get everyone around them. And to me, that's always been the best way to go, and it's always made the most money because it's the lowest financial risk. If it doesn't turn out, then hey, it doesn't turn out. We can do a streaming deal, no problem. But in this case, this was the same thing that Paranormal Activity did.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the same thing that
Very
Blumhouse
similar movie,
started
but
with.
it's a very similar movie, by the way. It's very similar.
Yeah, and I was a little worried about this. I think we talked about it before. There was a movie called White Noise with Michael Keaton that was very similar in
A little
concept,
bit-
I guess.
Yeah, I remember the mainstream of it. Yeah, it was because he was such
Yeah.
a big star.
This sounds a little bit better or different, so
It's
I'll
different.
give it
It's
a
a
chance.
podcast movie. It's a fucking podcast movie.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've never seen a podcast movie.
And
You
do
know
you
what I
think
mean?
with movies like Terrifier and stuff like with the nonstop gore and action, do you think people are just too desensitized to a slow burn like this? Because there's some really good slow movies that have a slow pace that really, really pay off. But
I don't know. I mean, I think somebody called this like the first ASMR horror movie. Like because it's a podcast. You're listening to it. I don't think this is going to be a trend. I think a lot of people, like I said, went and saw it. A24, amazing reviews from the fests, from the Fantastic Fests and South by Southwest and all these other shits. And that's why A24. Now I want to point out, I think Rams fan was upset this was an A24 movie. This was not an A24 movie. A24 bought this movie after it was made. A24 bought the distribution of this film. They didn't greenlight this movie. That's why they don't greenlight $500,000 movies. They're a little bigger in the pants than that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I think a lot of people went and saw it. I think they were disappointed in it. I can't say I was disappointed. I just wasn't. I guess I wasn't fully prepared for the ASMR of it. And also, I have a hearing impairment, so for me, like silence doesn't exist. I don't hear silence. I have perpetual tinnitus. So like, the audible component of a movie for me is a little tricky. You know what I mean? I remember when I saw the Star is Born movie and I didn't really know the plot for the Lady Gaga movie, but it was such a big movie. My wife wanted to see it. It was like one of the last movies she ever saw in a theater. And as soon as they put that into the plot, I was like, oh, fuck. And then it becomes a huge part of the plot. And then it becomes the antagonist of the plot. And Bradley Cooper's character literally kills himself in part because of it. Like he kills himself because he's a drunk, because he has tinnitus and he's miserable. And it's like, and I'm like, oh, I was not mentally prepared to see this today on a Sunday afternoon, you know. But I would say it's worth checking out this movie because it's very different. I don't know that you're going to see other movies like this ever again, and the ending is batshit crazy. It's absolute. It's maddening. It's like there's 10 minutes there where you're like, and then it just ends, and then it just fucking ends. It just stops, and it's silent, and you're like, is it over? And then you get these little slow credits, and I'm like, fuck, they ended it like this? You know, Bisho, like, I like when horror movies do that. And I think in A Violent Nature did that for me. Like, you didn't really know, was this really the end? Like, you kept waiting for something like a jump scare at the end, but no, it's just a driving. It's like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I didn't like In a Violent Nature's ending. It was too abrupt based on what was going on. To me, it didn't make sense based on continue. You know what I mean? He just kept going, and then he was just gone. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, huh? Really?
I'm looking forward to that goddamn sequel, though, and I know you are too.
I am. Yeah, I am.
I'm really, and we don't have far to wait.
You mentioned ASMR horror movies. Was Freddy Krueger with the like the scratchy? Was that technically the first AMR or ASMR
No,
horror
I don't
movie?
think so. I don't think so.
But it would make sense on a remake if he's like people are falling asleep to ASMR videos and then it slowly
Maybe.
turns into Freddy.
Maybe that'll be when they eventually relaunch it, which they will at some point. It'll have to do with podcasts. People like falling asleep to podcasts and then waking up.
Because my daughter, dude, she scared the fuck out of me the other night. I went upstairs. Everyone was asleep. I fell asleep on the couch. It's like 2 a.m. I wake up.
Ugh, I hate
I
that.
go upstairs and I hear, just out of nowhere, I just hear,
Jesus Christ.
and then making noises. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I turn around. She fell asleep with the TV on to ASMR. Kid, you
Wow,
can't do
that's
that
terrible.
to me.
Oof.
Maybe
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah, I like I said, I think this is going to get squeezed out of the box office this weekend because you have Ready or Not 2, which is going to probably have a decent opening, if not a great opening. They're really pushing that hard, and you have that Project Hail Mary, which is the first blockbuster of the year. Okay, and that's like the first like spring blockbuster. So
What's the advanced box office on that looking like?
I don't know, but it's getting incredible reviews. But Project Hail Mary is getting great reviews, and so is Ready or Not 2. Very different. Ready or Not
Yeah.
2 obviously is an R-rated horror sequel, horror comedy with a big. They loaded that cast up with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Elijah Wood. And it's like you have Samara Weaving, and then you have that other girl who's from those other similar type movies like Ready or Not, like Happy Death Day. The girl from that is her sister in the Ready or Not 2. And then you have Gosling opening a $300 million blockbuster. $400 million movie. So it'll be interesting to see what the box office pulls in. But all signs point to May being like this motherfucker of a month for horror, motherfucker of a month for box office. And May is 6 weeks away, 5 weeks away. So, 6 weeks away. So we will see. But Bisho, the other huge story of the week, and this is good news. We had the Oscars on Sunday. Obviously, there's a lot of talking about some awards, but the big takeaway, we're happy to report, against all odds, horror dominated in a lot of ways because horror took the Best Supporting Actress award. Amy Madigan won for her performance of Aunt Gladys from the movie Weapons, and let me tell you, I kind of freaked the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't believe it when they called her name. It was a tremendous. I mean, look, a lot of people said this was going to happen because she had walked her way in with all these other regional awards. Amy Madigan wins Bisho for an extraordinary performance. Absolutely, one we all talked about right away. But she won for her performance of Aunt Gladys. Just unbelievable story there.
Fantastic job. You know what? I think it was Brad Dourif one time was asked what makes a good character actor, and he said a character actor that's great is one where he disappears into the role and no longer exists. You do not recognize them. I think she pulled that off here.
Yeah,
she
I
really
didn't know it
jumped
was
in.
her. Didn't know it was her.
No. In fact, I think it was after the movie came out. We were looking up who it was. We realized it was fucking Shanice from Uncle Buck.
Yeah, and also she's the wife from the Costner movie. Field of Dreams. She plays
Oh, that's
Costner's
right.
wife in Field of
Yeah.
Dreams. She's Uncle Buck's girlfriend in fucking Uncle Buck. I mean,
But
this is
just great
crazy
job. And
trajectory,
it's
dude.
cool, man. You see someone like this who's, getting up there, which she in her 70s or
Yeah, she's in
close
her
to it.
70s. Yeah, she's in her 70s.
And, now she's finally got an Oscar for performance, and it's cool to see, man. The little guy wins sometimes. What did you think? I love Conan O'Brien, so I'm biased. But what did you think about that intro with him as Aunt Gladys or his
That was
Aunt
funny.
Gladys?
Yeah, that was funny. I mean, I'm just gonna say it because I was worried that they were just going to give Sinners all these awards. And I was like, oh, please. Like, I can't watch that if that's what it's going to be. And I think the awards Sinners did win, with the big exception, which we'll get to in a moment, and also original screenplay, that I didn't care for. I was glad it deserved the music award for sure. It won, I believe, 4 of its 8 Oscars. But Conan O'Brien's funny. I'm not a Conan guy. I know you like him. Shah loves Conan O'Brien. I just never got it. Like, I'm not like I don't like late night comedy. If I had to watch anybody from late night comedy, it would be him every time. I would pick him above, other than a prime Letterman. But I'm talking about in this more modern group.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with the story behind the Tonight Show. I read 2 fucking books about that story, about the Late Shift, which was about the whole thing with Leno and Letterman and Conan, and then the follow up 16 years later where Leno fucked him again.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of empathy for Conan O'Brien in that regard. But yeah, it was funny. I was a little annoyed with some of the heavy-handedness of some people, but the big story for me, honestly, Aunt Gladys winning was so rewarding. And honestly, I still am a little shocked. I have to say, I was shocked when they called her name. I was shocked. The audience lost it, but it was a wonderful moment, not only just for the character actor, but here is, Zach Kreger. He's only made 2 movies, in the horror world anyway. He made a couple of comedy movies, but nothing, with the. Somebody said, I can't believe one of the kids from The Whitest Kids You Know just got somebody an Academy Award. It's just, because that's really, at the end of the day, he's a sketch comedy guy who now is a horror icon. And he's so goddamn good, you get an Academy Award for being the villain in one of his movies. I mean, it's unreal.
Yeah, let's talk about Sinners for a minute too, since you mentioned that.
Yeah, we might as well just jump on that.
We're going to weave in and out here because it's related to Amy Madigan. I said before when we talked about Sinners, we talked about award season, I could see Michael B. Jordan's love interest getting Best Supporting Actress. I forget her name.
Yeah, she's an English actress. She's got a tricky name, but she was great.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had a problem with that either, by the way.
No, and she was
would've been
really
good
good
with
as the voodoo character, whatever. It gave it the backstory on that end of it as far as the mysticism.
Yeah.
Do you think they gave Best Actor to Michael B. Jordan because they gave Best Supporting Actress to Weapons, and they couldn't give it to her? You know what I mean? They had to give him something.
I think there's a lot of pressure to give awards to people who check off boxes. I'm sorry, it's just factual. I like Michael B. Jordan quite a bit, actually. I like him quite a bit. That should be nowhere near an Academy Award, that performance, especially when he played the 2 characters who had no discernible characteristics whatsoever.
Right.
I think DiCaprio should have got it, but there's a lot of people in Hollywood don't like DiCaprio because he bangs 20-year-olds, and he doesn't check off these boxes anymore. To me, that him winning was very silly, especially for a movie like that. I think I've seen him better in literally everything else, so I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's my issue with it too. Is I've seen
He was
him
the
do
weakest
better.
actor in that movie, frankly.
Absolutely. And then Best Original Screenplay, I don't even like that either because they
How
basically
did that happen?
No, they Frankenstein From Dusk Till Dawn to a generic vampire movie.
Yeah.
The only thing original about it was like the speakeasy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, which was
Yeah,
cool.
I'm glad
That
it
was
won the
best part of
music
the
award.
movie.
I knew it was winning the music. Can we pull up with the 4 awards it won? I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. So
Yeah.
it won
We
4
got
Academy Awards, and Frankenstein won 2 technical awards. So this was actually and look, Sinners is a horror movie. It's a fucking horror movie. I'm sorry.
It is.
It's a horror movie. So horror had a big night, and I'm happy that horror had a big night.
Yeah, so just to run it down, Michael B.
Yeah, yeah.
Jordan won Best Actor for Sinners. Amy Madigan won Best Supporting Actress for Weapons. Ryan Coogler won Best Original Screenplay for Sinners.
Yeah, that's
Autumn
ridiculous.
Durald Arkapaw won Best Cinematography for
I'm
Sinners,
totally on
which,
board with that. I love
me
the way that
too.
was shot. So did you. So did Shah. We thought it was shot beautifully. Totally
That
happy
might
with
be
that.
one of the best looking movies, fair enough, I saw last
Easily,
year at all. Yeah.
easily,
It maybe the past
easily.
couple of years.
Gorgeous the way it was lit. Everything about the technical side. I would have. They could have swept technical category. I would be like, "Yep, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good. I'm good."
And it had distinctive looks too, like the daytime shots when they're driving looked
Gorgeous
incredibly vibrant, and then the
sky.
nighttime
The
was like all
daytime sky
candlelit
was
and
beautiful.
amber.
Daytime
Yep.
sky in that movie is chef's kiss. In
Yep.
that movie, you won't hear me say shit about that. And
Nope.
again, the music, B show, absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
Ludwig Göransson won Best Original
Score.
Score.
Yeah,
Frankenstein won Production Design, Costume Design, and Makeup and
beautiful,
Hairstyling.
beautiful.
Which, and I'm fine with that too, because I wasn't crazy about the movie, but it looked incredible.
Hmm.
And then K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't know if that's considered horror, but
No,
Best
no, not really.
Animated Film and Song.
Yeah, and Jesse Buckley, who Shah and I, talk about in Men every week here, won Best Actress for Hamnet. Not a surprise there, as far as that goes. And Sean Penn, I called it one battle after another. I was very happy with the response it got. It won the big ones,
Yeah.
B show. It won
He was
director,
awesome.
film. Sean Penn was brilliant in that. Oh, you finally saw the whole movie, right? He was brilliant in that movie. He's brilliant. And
I've
he
seen
wasn't
it
even,
twice.
Yeah, he wasn't even there. He wasn't even looking at the Academy Awards, by the way.
That's awesome.
He wasn't there. Well deserved. I don't. You take whatever personal feelings you have about Sean Penn as his nonsense, but the guy is easily top 10 best living actors. I honestly would say that. I think Sean Penn is.
Think about his range, just from his like first role to this one. He played the surfer guy, and now he's
Yeah.
like this hardcore military dude in the whitest of white power regimes. Like, yeah,
Yeah, and like he was
Crazy.
very good, dude. The one thing I will say, and you agree with this too, the young girl there, Chase Infinity,
yeah.
should have been nominated for supporting actress. I think.
And which one?
The daughter in One Battle After
The
Another.
younger girl, not the girl.
No.
the actual
Tatiana
daughter.
Taylor. Thank
Yes.
God she didn't win
Yes.
anything. She's terrible. That's another.
I was
silly-
pissed she was even nominated. To be honest with you.
They should have nominated Chase Infinity, and if she would have won,
Yes.
I would have been like, if she would have beat Amy Madigan, I would have been like, okay, I'm good, because she was great and she's very young, and but she's got a whole career in front of her. So I don't think that's the last we'll see of that kid. That kid's pretty goddamn special. You can see.
Yeah, no, she was really good, but also Amy Madigan was just
I know
A
it's a
whole
different.
other
It's a
level.
very different. I will say this: Tiana Taylor, when Amy Madigan's name got called, stood up and roared for Amy Madigan. And when they asked her about it afterwards, and she was like, "I was supporting somebody. I was so happy for her." And she took an award from her, pretty much, which she had won the Golden. She was nominated, I think, for the Golden Globe. Tiana Taylor. She didn't deserve to get a nomination. That's just very silly. We're just nominating people for existing. But Michael B. Jordan thing, I love Michael B. Jordan. I think he's great. That's the worst I've ever seen him in a movie. I thought it was very silly. Like this now, and people were very vocal on social media about him winning that award. Um, I, I I don't know what to say. It's just I hate that this is a thing now where we just have to check off boxes so people don't get upset, and it's just instead of just giving people for performances. But unfortunately, we're long past that with the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
I did feel bad for what's his face there, Chalamet. This kids, it's a little ridiculous. This kid gets nominated like all the time. He doesn't win anything. He must have pissed off some people.
Well, didn't he just stick his foot in his mouth saying that ballet,
Yeah,
and
ballet
something is
and
silly?
opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little stupid. But he's a 29-year-old guy. I don't know. I mean,
Like, I don't understand why everyone was so upset about that.
I think people want him to be a dick because he dates a Kardashian, and he's a handsome kid, and the kid's great. He's a great fucking actor, dude. That Bob Dylan movie, dude, watch it. I was like mesmerized by this kid, man. He was so fucking good, and he played and he sang. It's just like, it's like I did not see Marty Supreme. I have a feeling I'm gonna think it's brilliant. I would have loved to see DiCaprio win. I think he earned it. I think if Sean Penn didn't win, let DiCaprio win, and if Amy Madigan couldn't win, give it to Chase Infinity at the very least should have been nominated. But before we get into some trailers here, I thought it would be interesting. Now that horror is cemented, I mean, it's won awards. It won a bunch of Academy Awards 5 days ago. Retroactively, if you had to attribute some major awards to a few horror films, what standout horror films? Even if we go, I don't want to go too far back, but let's maybe say 20 years. I don't know. What standout people do you think were lost in that shuffle because of the genre being persona non grata? There's a few that stand out to me.
Well, I mean, there's one I think the three of us, if Shah could be here, would
I already
agree
know what you're gonna
with
say.
would be
Yeah.
Toni Collette for sure.
Yeah.
And I would even say
100%.
going all the way back to The Sixth Sense.
Was she
Because
nominated? She was nominated, I think, for a Golden Globe for that.
was she?
We should look that up. I know. But clearly, we're talking about Toni Collette and Hereditary. I still, to this day, I still don't understand how she did not get a nomination. At the very least, for a Golden Globe, which is sort of like the minor league Academy Awards, but it's the precursor to the Academy. Has she ever been nominated for anything?
She has actress in a musical or comedy TV, supporting actress in a series, actress in a musical or comedy motion picture,
No, none for
supporting
the
actress
horror.
in a series. It's all comedy movies and TV series. It's nothing
Jesus
for horror.
Christ. Well, I think she's
Oh, wait.
number one. Wait.
Sorry, nominations for both film and television for Murals, Wedding, The Sixth Sense, and Unbelievable. So yes, The Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense. Okay. Which, by the way, she deserved it. So she was nominated for a Golden Globe for The Sixth Sense?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, but not an Academy Award.
No.
Okay. So she's screwed twice. She should have got the Academy Award for Sixth Sense, and she should have got the Academy Award for lead actress for Hereditary. I'm not saying she should have won. I'm just saying, and I know like we can't look and see who won all these years, but is there a male performance? I think her above anybody. I think for sure. I would also put, I'm sorry to keep banging this drum, but Shah would have said it too, Jessie Buckley for Men. I immediately said, this woman really should get an Academy Award nomination for this. Now, I was going to bring up Hugh Grant for Heretic, but he was nominated for the Golden Globe 2 years ago for that. He was nominated for the, yeah, he was. He was nominated for the Golden Globe as far as that goes. So I think Toni Collette, is there any male performer that you think maybe should, that you look back and go, this guy got fucked?
I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth because I don't know if he was nominated because this movie did get a lot of good buzz. But was Get Out nominated?
Oh, Get Out, yeah. Yeah, Get Out was nominated.
I was going to say, because what's his name? Daniel Kaluuya?
Well, the movie won, I think, a screenplay award. We should look up Get Out Academy Award nomination. I think he was nominated. I think he was the only one nominated, but he'd be the only person. I think he was definitely nominated for a Golden Globe, but I think it may have won for a screenplay award. And by the way, I'm gonna say it too. I think if we're gonna get technical here, I think Hereditary could have been nominated for original screenplay and maybe even feature, since it's 10 movies get nominated.
It looks like they won best. Yeah, he won Best Actor in 2018.
Well, he won
They
that
have either
for,
4 wins or nominations. So.
No, he won Best Actor for that movie about Black Klansman, whatever. Not Black Klansman. The Judas movie. About the civil rights guy who got killed by the FBI. Was it Medgar Evers? Not Medgar Evers. What did he win for?
Okay, he won. Let's see. Get Out won 1 Academy Award from 4 nominations. Best Original Screenplay won.
Yeah.
But he was nominated for Best Actor.
For Get Out?
Yeah, nominated.
Wow, I don't even remember that.
I don't either. See, that's why it's hard to go back and retroactively
Crazy.
say because.
Well, we knew Toni
there are
Collette
some.
didn't get nominated for anything. Now, B-Show, let's get even more current. A lot of people thought Nick Cage, I almost said Nick Cave. Nick Cage should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor for his role in, whatchamacallit there? What the hell was that called? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank.
That's a tough one because that's a character not unlike Aunt Gladys.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's the male Aunt Gladys, bro.
It is, but Aunt Gladys
Nick
was
Cage.
more. Yeah, Nick Gage.
I said Nick
And you
Cave.
can-
I almost said Nick Cave.
But like Aunt
For
Gladys.
long legs.
I know. Aunt Gladys came in came into the plot, was woven in, had a huge integral part
Oh yeah,
in
she
the
changed
whole
the
like
tone
third
of the
act.
whole film. Yeah, she was an integral. I mean, Nick Cage wasn't in as well. Actually, I would say his screen time might mirror hers in a lot of ways, a very significant screen time. But people thought this was something that would get him a nomination, and people thought Micah Monroe actually should have possibly had some type of nomination.
I could see that. She just didn't jump off the page, which I think a lot of people it would go over their heads how she played it.
Yeah.
In fact, she was just in a movie. My daughter went to go see a movie. It's based off a kid's not kid's book, an adult whatever book,
A young
adult
adult
fiction.
book.
And she's like, "Oh, this is a movie I just watched." When we saw the trailer last night, I'm like, "Holy shit, that's Micah Monroe!" No kidding. So she's doing some
Is that the
stuff.
movie about the girl goes to prison and gets out and wants to reconnect with her child or something? It's like one of those kind of movies. I saw a trailer for
I
it.
don't know.
I think it is, yeah. I think you could maybe make an argument for her for that movie, for sure. But Nick Cage, I think you could have, Nicolas Cage, you absolutely could have made.
You can make the argument for it, yeah.
And Ray Fiennes, in 28 years later, I think he might get nominated for Bone Temple.
Did he get
Uh,
nominated for the menu?
no, but there you go. Holy fucking shit, dude. Wow. She should have got nominated maybe for the menu too.
I was
Anna
gonna
Taylor
say
Joy.
that, yeah.
Anna Taylor Joy. I'll do you one better. I think Anna Taylor Joy should have got nominated for The Witch. I 100% think she should have got nominated for The Witch. She was
What about
and
Florence Pugh for Midsummer? Did she get
Florence
nominated?
Pugh for Midsummer. Nope. Look, I mean, look, we're an apologist for this trilogy. Everybody knows that about the show, but the X trilogy, I think you could make a conversation there for Pearl. I absolutely think you could make a
Spoiler
conversation for
alert: she
Pearl.
played two characters technically, right? In
Yeah,
X.
yeah. I mean, I think Pearl, you could have made an argument for at least a Golden Globe nomination. And these are just, look, I know this is all subjective, but acting wise, every name we mentioned here is what?
Punches.
What?
The mom from Bring Her Back should have got a
Oh,
nomination.
yeah. What the hell is her name? I said that too. By the way, a lot of people said that on Monday. They said, it's great that Aunt Gladys won, but she's an English actress. She's been
Sally
nominated for
Hawkins.
Sally Hawkins. That to me, outside of Aunt Gladys, was the horror performance of the year, and maybe it was the horror performance of the year. I think people will look back on that and go, "How come we nominated this? Why didn't we not?" I mean, look, they
Because
both could. They both could not have been nominated.
no,
No
but in this case,
chance.
I think Bring Her Back went under the radar because it was a weird movie, and because it was not as well known. Weapons was a studio movie with with a big cast, with a big rollout, and God bless her.
Big
I'm not going to
reaction.
backtrack. Yeah, and I was gonna say I'm not gonna
Yeah.
backtrack and say Aunt Gladys shouldn't have won, but
Yeah, big
no,
reaction
Sally
to
Hawkins
to,
was
to
awesome.
weapons, but Sally Hawkins to me, I would put that up there with Tony Collette. Honestly, I would put that up there with Tony Collette. I think at the end of the day, it was great that horror had this representation. I'm happy that Sinners got a bunch of awards because it's a great movie. It's a great fucking movie. But Michael B. Jordan, weak. I'm glad Paul Thomas Anderson won for Best Director. The guy's brilliant. That's a gorgeous movie. And if Benicio would have won for supporting actor, I would have been fucking fine too. Benicio del Toro. Did you think del Toro had a shot above Sean Penn in that movie? He was so great.
No, because he
Different
was
role.
great. He was awesome, but no, he was not going to beat Sean Penn. Hell
Yeah.
no.
Punches brings up what about, yeah, we were talking about Mia Goth. But Punches brings up what about Mark Hamill in The Long Walk? He was good, but I don't think it's Academy Award. I think both the two kids, you could have made an argument there. I think both of those two leads in The Long Walk were infinitely stronger than Michael B. Jordan's two characters in fucking Sinners. You know,
I'm not saying this is like the greatest performance ever. But what about the android kid from Alien? Was it
who is
Romulus?
also who is the co-star in Long Walk? It's the same
Yeah,
actor. Yeah,
yeah.
that kid. Everyone's saying that kid is on deck for. You could just see it. You just see it. But it'll be interesting, B, because there's big horror coming out this year. Tremendous horror movies. And if the Academy is now sort of being loosey-goosey with nominating people and this and that, I don't think this is a one-shot deal. Horror won a lot of awards on Sunday, and if you're a horror genre fan, you should be glad. Honestly, I mean,
Absolutely.
we should. It was not to be expected. And don't forget, B, all this Godzilla a couple years ago kind of shocked the world winning Best Foreign Film. I mean, it was a
I know.
monumental thing. just a lot of good things have come out of horror the last couple of years. And even Demi Moore getting nominated for The Substance, but winning the Golden Globe and losing, the main actress awards. These are great things. I mean, this has been, we've never seen in 3 years, right? 3 years, we've seen more activity on the main stage of Hollywood for horror than 40 years. So
What I send you guys, there's been 8 wins for horror at the Academy Awards. 5 were women. So like we talked a couple weeks ago about representation
the women's
and all
role,
this stuff.
Yeah.
5 of the 8 awards that have been won at the Oscars for horror movies have been won by women, which is amazing, which is great because they earned it. But at the same time, it's like you said, if only 8 have been awarded and 4 of them or 5 of them, whatever it is, were this time around.
Yeah, for this
shit,
time around,
man. Yeah. And,
well,
and look, I've always been a dude who like I don't need the mainstream like acceptance of what I like and what I'm into because it's my thing.
Yeah.
But I hate when other people put down horror and other genres as if it's not good.
Well, it's getting harder to do that, isn't it?
It is. It is,
Right? Because the quality of what we're being given is so... Dude, you can't say in the 5 years we've been doing the show, the quality of what that genre has produced is hundreds above, like in the hundreds of percentile above where it was 5 years before that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we could never do a show like this 10 years ago. We'd be talking about, like, a couple of random slasher movies and, mainstream, Blumhouse movies and call it a day.
Well, to your point, 5 years ago when we started, 3 years ago when we started this branch off of the show, we weren't predominantly talking about horror movies. We talked a lot about horror. Yeah. We were talking about other entertainment stuff, too. We were talking about, like, Diddy and shit.
But horror got real good.
Yeah, and it's allowed us. It's allowed us to shift more into that. Yeah.
And it is, and look at I mean, look, we could beat it to death, but look at Terrifier in the mainstream, and the amount of quality movies that we saw that were coming from Europe and small market, big market, from
that one from Chile a couple of years ago that was amazing.
Yeah, which was our movie of the year across the board. It's just like, it's not going to stop, and I do think that we will see more. So it was a good night for horror, and let's get another. Let's see what happens this year. There's a lot of big things on the table, but we got a couple of cool trailers we want to check out. The first one I wanted to bring up, everybody says there's no R-rated comedies. There's no R-rated comedies. This is an R-rated comedy. So it's Mark Wahlberg and I guess his name Paul Hauser.
Paul Walter Hauser.
Who was a part-time wrestler actually. This is an interesting movie about dudes that try to make a condom. I'm not. You got to just watch the trailer. It's called Balls Up, and we're gonna check out the trailer right now. Oh,
here we go.
Can we see a good R-rated comedy, B-Show? Let's see.
In order to win the World Cup account, I have
Can you make this
devised
a little louder?
a condom that covers both the penis and the testicles.
Dude,
ouch.
What is
Jesus.
happening here? What do we...
I don't know. I can't look away.
Is Steve from HR here?
I didn't invite him. Ugh, the fun police.
Oh, Molly Shannon.
yeah.
Actually, I'm here.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ. I'm already excited.
This is my product. I was working out the kinks.
Oh, it had some kink.
I should be the one showcasing it.
There is no better designer than you, Elijah, but there's no better salesman than Brad.
Oh, my God.
Introducing the Balls Up.
Why hasn't anyone thought of this before? The official condom of Brazil 2025 is the Balls Up.
Dude, this is amazing
You two
already.
are so good together. You don't see it. Nope. But I do. I'm gonna make sure you're there at the World Cup final.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
This is
How
going
about
to be
a
good,
toast? One
dude.
for you, one for me.
That should be our mascot, not some hot dog. I want to punch that dick right in the dick.
Dude, he just did what I did, B-Show.
No! Bad Elijah, pass!
Bad
What
Elijah,
just
bad.
happened? Brazil
Oh, he-
has been robbed.
Oh, my God, dude.
Oh, no.
So he costs them the World Cup.
Should we stop this for a minute?
Yeah, stop for a minute. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Dude, right off the bat, I'm excited about this movie because we do not have R-rated comedies that are immediately dropping B-Show red band inappropriate trailers anymore.
No, I mean the closest thing I think we got for a while was Ted, right? And again,
Yeah,
Mark
which
Wahlberg
was very
movie.
successful. Very successful.
Yep. And I'm not a huge fan of Mark Wahlberg, but this looks pretty good. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Dude, look what's on the screen. They go, "Have you ever seen The Purge?" All right, let's finish
Yeah,
this trailer.
fucking up a Brazilian soccer game at the World Cup. Oh my
Oh
god.
my God, this is amazing. Here we go.
Purge? To be like that, bro. Just let's go.
Is it Charlene Scott?
Get in. We need to get out of Brazil.
Oh my God.
Ow! Learn how to drive, asshole! Or don't
Oh,
learn.
Jesus.
You're good.
Oh, it's coming out soon.
You gotta be fucking kidding me!
This is madness.
Damn.
We're gonna
I'm
die
in.
out here, aren't we? You ready? Oh my god!
I'm recognizing some other faces too. Eric Andre.
Yeah.
It's a crocodile.
I think it's an alligator.
Does it really matter when it's about to eat us?
Jeez, that looks good. The alligator.
These minnows are drinking my pee!
Little piss fish.
They're gonna piss in my dick! Oh god!
You may be wondering why I kidnapped you.
Oh my God.
Cocaine we can stuff into these condoms
No.
that we can swallow and smuggle.
Look at
do you
this,
want
dude.
some Tabasco on it?
It's not the flavor so much, it's more that it could choke me to death.
I fully understand.
Borat.
Lord.
Dude, okay. First of all, I'm upset this is going to Prime. But premise, amazeballs, no pun intended. The trailer hits with really good dirty jokes, bro. Like really, really good. And then to throw it as the villain at the end is Sacha Baron Cohen playing some type of Brazilian drug lord who wants them to swallow condoms full of cocaine to sneak into the country to get them out of Brazil. I mean, dude, the plot is unreal. Like it's just imagine just talking about this plot at the pitch meeting.
It's awesome. I haven't seen I don't want to say original, but I haven't seen a plot like for an
It's
adult
original.
comedy this original since
It's
maybe
original.
The Hangover.
Yeah, for sure. It has Hangover vibes. It's the Dumb and Dumber
Yeah.
director. Isn't that the brothers there? Can you pull
Fairly
up-
Brothers.
Is it? Why wouldn't they say Fairly Brothers if that was the case? Is it a?
I don't think it's Fairly Brothers. Hang on a second.
Yeah, it might not be. And Rams fan says that Ricky Stenicki. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I ignored that immediately.
Ricky Stenicki. That's
Sandler?
I can't think of the guy's name now. No.
I know who you're talking
he
about.
play-
He's
yeah.
a Sandler adjacent guy, right? One of those hanger-ons.
I don't think so. It says Peter Farrelly.
So
is
it's not the
directing
Farrelly
this
brothers.
movie.
It's one of the Farrelly brothers. Where it used to be the
Yes.
Farrelly brothers did all those movies like in the '90s. You know, like what is it? Something About Mary and all that. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Cena
Ricky's-
was Ricky. That's right. Yeah. That didn't
That's
look funny
right.
to me. Yeah, that didn't look funny to me. This looks funny. I will totally watch this movie.
Yeah, man. This looks like. Remember that movie? I think Ben Shapiro or the Daily Wire tried to make it, where it was like an anti-trans basketball team or something. Like to me,
Yes, I do remember something about that.
This looks like the type of movie they wanted to make, but they can't get out of their own way because they're the Daily
Because
Wire.
they have to heavy message it and all that other stuff.
Yep.
this
No, this
looks
looks
very
fantastic,
funny.
man.
This looks very fucking fun.
Plus, dude, I'm a
excited
fan of
for
Molly
Shah to see
Shannon.
this. Yeah,
Been a
she's
fan
great.
of Molly Shannon since SNL and what was it? Superstar? That was the movie from her character.
Mary
Catherine
Gallagher. Yeah, Mary Catherine Gallagher. So Molly Shannon's great. Love Molly Shannon. She was
A little
great
bit
in
first.
Silent
You
Hill.
had this. You had this going on. And I'm got that.
Yeah, but dude, I did that like that. I couldn't believe I saw that in the trailer. That's amazing.
Perfect.
We're going to segue into a different type of movie. This is not an adult comedy with Mark Wahlberg, but this is more of a horror-esque movie called Capture, and we're going to check it out now. Oh, Kingpin. Rams fan brought up Kingpin. Kingpin
Oh,
is a classic.
Kingpin's awesome.
Fairly Brothers. It's a classic for sure.
Ooh, shit.
Standing outside the home of Jason and Cameron Green, 2 weeks after the horrifying discovery of the bodies of at least 13 people.
Oof, that's a lot of dead bodies.
Bad day.
Well,
at
they
the
brought up 94. My heyday.
Hi.
Okay.
Is there a taxi service or something around here?
Oh boy.
I suggest you get back on that train and head back home.
Oh boy.
This
is
looks
a
really low
highly
budge.
Unusual situation. I have here our last will and testament dated
I like
August
low-budget
1994.
I grew up in foster care. I never knew my parents.
I like
In a
her
case
too.
like this, the
this
bank
girl looks
should have
familiar.
taken the house and sold it by now.
Uh-oh.
Now that you've been identified as the beneficiary,
But why?
let's just say you're a very lucky young woman.
Oh, boy.
I always wanted to know who my parents were.
Uh-oh. Yep, it's another... We can't get a... Oh, look at this.
It
Jesus.
feels like the more that I learn, the
I
less
wonder what we're going to see on these
actually
VHS tapes.
know.
Like, why would you go through your mom and dad's stash? That's my thing. You know what I mean? Why would you do that?
Oh, what happened? Oh. So, what the
You
hell
should
is
not
that?
be
That's
here,
weird.
by the way. In this
That's a nice
house.
shot, by the way.
I found
Yeah, this doesn't look that
a
low budget.
camera.
Uh-oh. Oof. Jeez.
I think something else.
Oh, so every time you look through the camera, you see what it was in 94? Okay.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I like that idea. Whoa, I think this looks pretty good. I have to say, I'm intrigued by that. I don't think that looks that low budget. It looks like slightly low budget. You know what I mean? Not completely low. Like we've seen, Bijou, we've seen low budget. Like that's
Yeah.
not that low budget.
It doesn't look like trash low budget. It looks like it's a low budget movie. Hey, look, I think she looks great. I think the concept looks cool. I cannot shake the fact that there was an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode on Nickelodeon where if you take a picture, like the gremlin in the camera, like takes your soul or a piece of your life or
Oh,
something.
I think I've heard of
So-
that before. Yeah, I think I've heard of that before.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe not
look,
the
I
most
think I've been
original.
around. Yeah, but I've been around long enough to where, you know, shit echoes. But I definitely watch this. This looks interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's probably straight to video, but you know, again, you know, sometimes just go straight to video doesn't mean it's a bad movie. I mean, look, fucking, I just saw a $500,000 movie that made $9 million. So I'm not saying it's going to do anything like that. I highly, highly doubt it does anything. But I thought it was an interesting. I like the premise, and I'm a big fan of the '90s. So hey, you know, what do you want me to tell you? But we saved a big one for the end here. This just dropped today officially. Obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, you've noticed in the last year or so there's been a slowing down of MCU, Marvel, and superhero movies. But really the biggest property outside of the Avengers initial runs, B-Show, would certainly be the reboot of the Spider-Man movies in the last 10 years, I would say, for sure. Next to Deadpool. I'd say Spider-Man, Deadpool, right?
Spider-Man, Deadpool. Probably neck and neck, and for good reason, man. People love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. The last one after him liked, but they love the new
Tom
ones
Holland.
with Tom
yeah.
Holland.
They love Tom Holland. My kids love Tom Holland. I think Tom Holland's great. I think he's a great Peter Parker. Anyway, we just found out from Joe Punches, this just broke a record for all-time trailer views in one day. What are we talking about? We have the new Spider-Man trailer. A lot happening in this trailer. So we're going to check it out now. This is it. It just dropped today. The brand new Spider-Man trailer. And we're going to probably stop it in the middle because I guarantee you we're getting struck here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a great shot here, B, you're going to love.
MJ, come on. Pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
I can't.
So after the events of the last Spider-Man, no one knows who he is anymore, including his friend. Watch this, dude. This looks so good. Look at this.
I love this. Yeah.
Watch this.
Yep.
Dude, how great is that? The mask shot of him in the mask.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker.
So now he has that sad superhero life, kind
remember
of like
me,
the
but
Maguire
we used
one
to know
be
each
in the second one,
Something
or the
bad
third
was
one.
going to happen, and the
You
only
couldn't
way to
have
stop
Kirsten
it
Dunst. And
Yeah,
was
the
to
third
make
one, I think.
everyone forget about me.
Well, second and third.
Because I'm
Because
not
you kept
just
missing her
Peter
Broadway
Parker.
shit, right?
Wow, this looks.
I'm
That looks so. That
Spider-Man.
looks so fucking good. Here we go, boy. Here we go. My man.
Hit me with a van!
Put your wood grip.
Punisher, baby.
Suit yourself.
Oof.
Go home! And sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart.
Yep. It's a real life fiance there.
What is happening to me?
She's cute as hell, man.
She's really cute. This looks good too.
Is he becoming Man Spider?
It's from the book.
Excuse me, Dr. Banner.
I
I
got
need
the
your
Hulk
help.
there. Now remember, no one knows who he is anymore.
I didn't see the last one, so I was confused when I saw this first.
Enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles.
Keith David, baby.
When
It's
between cycles,
It might be,
leave the
but it's
spider
technically not.
vulnerable to threats.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see.
Stay out of my way.
So there's a scorpion there.
You're losing it, kid.
Punisher.
And for those spiders who make it through, it amounts
Look at that.
to
It's right from the. Look at that. Great shot. The hands. Jeez. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Holy shit, dude.
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
B, I have to say, this looks fucking tremendous. The previous director of the last 3 films is no longer affiliated. This is a new director. This is the guy who directed Shang-Chi, which was not a great movie. I think the plot was just shit. But the guy who knows how to do fight scenes. And there's about 7 villains in this movie. And it's loaded from there.
No, it looks fantastic. Now, I'm not as familiar with the comics as you are. But I recognize the Man Spider thing from, I believe they did that in the animated series.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. So, look, man, this looks awesome. All the different cameos, all the co-stars, the villains, the Punisher, and that. And I wasn't aware that after, because I missed the last one, that no one can know who he was. Does that have to do with like the multiverse of madness type of shit?
That was the agreement to put everything back the way it was, is that no one could know who he is.
So what happens if he reintroduces? Does it undo time?
I don't know. No, we don't know. It's a plot device now at this point. But all of his personal relationships are over and he just lives alone like a superhero. And no one remembers him at all. Which is why the Hulk doesn't know him. I don't know the relationship with him and the Punisher just yet, but obviously there's something there. The main villain is Tombstone. That's the person who's narrating it. You also have Tarantula, Scorpion, the Hand, which is big in the Daredevil Elektra world. That's the ninja assassins. There could be a Kingpin, because the Kingpin works with the Hand. Yeah.
And Daredevil season 2 is coming up, right? In a couple weeks?
Yeah, not a coincidence there. This is loaded for fucking bear. This is going to make a lot of money.
I think so, and good too. Chris Matthews says if he tells people who he is, they remember everything.
Yeah, and that's
so I guess it would shatter.
Yeah, it would shatter. So it can't. I think it probably will have to happen organically. Now, what it seems like is happening, for those of you that follow this shit, he has the classic web shooters. And I think because of this transformation of him becoming more like a spider, they're going to go organic like they were in the Sam Raimi movies. Which they
pretty
teased.
Cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. Also, this takes place, Joe Punches says, right after the end of the season 2 of Daredevil. This picks up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does that mean we're going to see some Spider-Man cameos in season 2 of Daredevil? Okay.
I highly doubt it. They'll probably protect that like the Torah there. Like they're going to,
So, okay, I saw a rumor, and I think someone mentioned it too, that they think someone is Jean Grey. Sandy said.
Yes. We believe this is the introduction to the mutants in that world.
Could that be
There's
a
also
way...
some possibly Rogue was in one of the trailer in a quick... people are dissecting this all day. There are podcasts as we speak right now by the thousands dissecting every second of that trailer.
Dude, I think shit's about to get good.
Oh, yeah.
For kids.
We're taking a turn. We're taking a big leap here.
For people like us who followed the shit, whether in the comics or the animated shows during the 90s, you've got X-Men 97, which I think has another season coming out this year.
Yeah, it's in the can, so it's coming soon by the end of the year.
Yeah, Daredevil season 2. You've got
starting
this,
in 2 months.
And the mutants are starting to get all intertwined in this, and Daredevil.
Yeah, we're getting mutants.
We're getting good, man.
And
I think we're finally getting the Marvel Cinematic Universe that we've been kind of waiting for a while, in a way.
Yeah. Now they're saying it might not. It's going to be Rachel Summers, who is the daughter of Scott Summers, who is kind of like an alternate, a displaced Jean Grey. So she's like a Marvel girl. Remember, there's alternate universes there. Peter Parker is obviously in the main universe, it's the 6-1, what they refer to as 616. Everything revolves around this universe, his Spider-Man. I'm excited. I think this is going to be a blockbuster. I mean, and July B show, perfect time to put this fucking thing out.
Oh my God, yeah. It's going to be hot. People are going to want something to do. Hey, Spider-Man, really cool. But also, this is going to have such a huge following. As I alluded to a minute ago, in many ways, we've had X-Men, beloved franchises, some that, some versions people haven't liked.
Yeah,
we've had
some better than
Spider-Man that
others.
people liked, and some that they haven't liked as much. But this is the first time where they've actually taken all of these characters that have a lot of love from fans and are starting to intertwine them
The Punisher.
all together.
We have the Punisher in a Spider-Man movie. Like, you know what I mean? We have the Punisher in a Spider-Man movie. He has multiple villains. He has a series of. There's 7 villains in this movie.
Speaking of 7, do you think we'll ever see the Insidious 6 or no? Because we've already
I
seen
think
Doc
that
Ock.
might be part of it. I think because it's Scorpion, Tarantula, the hand. There's a Tombstone. There's another one that I'm missing. It might be No, Shocker's not in it. There's quite a few villains in it. So, and we don't know the role some of these other people are playing. For example, the Hand. Where are they coming from? Is it Tombstone hiring them? They're tied really to Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, who is the catalyst in The Punisher and Daredevil. And this new Daredevil season is all about him versus fucking Fisk all over again.
Well, the 6 was what? Doc Ock, Shocker, Goblin.
Mysterio. We've already had a Mysterio in this universe, so we can't. And we already had Mysterio. Jake Gyllenhaal was Mysterio in the second one, so we can't have him again.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. We've already seen a bunch of these
Scorpion,
guys.
maybe. Electro, we've already had Electro, so we can't have him again. So that's why I think they're going to Tarantula, Tombstone. There's a third villain. I can't remember who it was, but he was fighting Tarantula, the guy who's with the foot. But there's a lot of websites dissecting this to the T as far as this. But yeah, Sony's been trying to do Sinister Six, like Ryan Keefe said, for like 15 years. The previous run of Spider-Man, with the second run that failed after 2 movies, the third one was supposed to be the Sinister Six. Boomerang. It might be Boomerang. I don't know. I think it's, somebody broke this down today. But, I thought it was impressive, Don Stoney, because I love the Punisher. I'm so into the Punisher. I love the Hand. Tombstone's an interesting villain. The guy they got to play Tombstone is perfect. I don't know if that's Keith David or that's supposed to be Tombstone talking.
No, that was definitely Keith David. Oh, Rhino. Okay, so Insidious 6 was Scorpion, Electro, Mysterio, Doc Ock, Rhino, and then I can't tell the last one.
What's the name of it?
Chameleon.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
And I like the Bernthal Punisher. I think he's great. I think he's just a little small, but it don't fucking matter. It's like, you know what I mean? He's so, like, that voice, he's tough. He looks like a guy who's gonna fuck people up.
Yeah, like he doesn't have to be huge. He fucking sells it, and he has an intensity. I can't wait, man. That cut scene for the ending of season 1 has me fucking waiting for season 2.
Dude. Which supposedly, we already know we're getting Jessica Jones. Supposedly we might be getting Power Man and Iron Fist. I'm not saying we're getting Luke Cage. I supposedly this might be the thing. Frank Castle is not in the new Daredevil because he has his own spin-off movie coming out. So he's got a TV movie coming out. But I'm trying to get to see him on Broadway, John Bernthal. He's playing Pacino in Dog Day Afternoon, the theatrical.
Oh, shit, okay.
The Broadway version. So, yeah, if I go see that, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. But anyway, we have a very important post show to get to. So please consider going to patreon.com/spitballmedia. Again, $5. The Q&A link is up, people. We're going to do a banging Q&A at the end of the month. I made a very special announcement on my St. Patrick's Day show, which I will be saving for a couple weeks here. And of course, this Q&A is our signature show. And let's throw some plugs out here. We want to plug X's and O's. That's the Rich Dow podcast. We want to plug, doesn't Punches now have a podcast as well?
Lunches with Punches. He does that with Drucifer Yarcifer.
With the old Drew Yarcifer, and of course the Wrestling Soup and the Don Tony, and my brother Mike's podcast, Necromaniacs. Of course, our friend Cleric of Chaos. Haven't heard from him in a little bit. You want to check out his podcast there. Of course, the Bayou Geeks. We want to plug the Bayou Geeks. And whatchamacallit?
The Minorities Report?
The Minorities Report. Thank you. I forgot about the Minorities Report. And my album, Lament's Drowning Room, available now on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Prime. And you could buy it at Light the Fuse Records in the UK. Coming soon to the States. We'll let you know when it's available at A Generation Records. And, of course, through Rev HQ, which is a big distributor here in the States. But we got a special show for us. Special show for you guys on the Patreon. And we're going to see you guys next week on the regular show. So I hope you guys have an awesome week.